So today we're going to do a load test of our 10,000 watt generator for the house, and I've got our circuit panels open here for the generator controls. And before we can do a load test, there's one thing we got to do first, and that's to simulate a blackout, which means no power. So I have the circuit breaker for the generator and one for utility power that provide electrical current to these two circuit boxes. Then the main utility panel is right here. So we're going to simulate a blackout, and then we will work with the gen set. So the lights are currently on here in the garage, but I flip this, everything should go right off. Yeah, sure enough, everything. Just heard the fridge in the garage here go off, so that means everything's turned off. So we simulated our power failure inside by shutting off the breaker. Now we've got our 10,000 watt generator out here with a Vanguard Briggs & Stratton 16 horsepower V-twin gas engine with our 10,000 watt generator connected to it. We built it inside this little kind of a doghouse building here, and so this keeps the generator isolated from the weather, but also, since it's not attached to concrete or anything, this can still be considered a portable item, so it doesn't cost extra onto the monthly bill as if it was a stationary building. And 3 air vents, plus an attic fan with an automatic opening and closing vent, provide air circulation inside the building to keep the generator cool. Now, this hasn't been started in a while, and our battery is dead, so I'm going to attempt to jump start it here with the extra battery over there. Hopefully it has enough juice in it. Before we get the T4 started, I need to make sure that items like the oil in here are still good. Yes, that feels good. Pull that out in advance. The choke mechanism makes it easier to start by richening the air-fuel mixture. That's what the choke's for. And we're going to connect up our power cord to the outlet up here. Like that. Put it around. That's the outlet right there where the other end of the cord goes. Go back to this. Gonna hook up our battery, and I think I should also check to make sure that our fuel valve is open. I'm pretty certain that it is. Alright, battery's connected. Let's see what happens. Alright, choke's on. got our generator up and running. Now it's time to apply generator power and apply a load to the unit. That's to power our devices. Make sure everything else is still active. Now we should hear the generator surge when we put this on. There we go. Now everything's operating off generator power. Take a look inside and see how things are going inside. Okay, so we're at a power outlet here. We're going to measure our output voltage from the generator. It's not going to be as high as the utility power right now, but hopefully it's still within acceptable ranges under load. So we'll set this to AC voltage 200. Stick this in the outlet and see what we're going to get. 110. Almost 111 at times. So that's about average. Typical AC voltage you want is between 110 to 120. So that's appropriate for what it's putting out under load. Okay, so we've ran the generator for approximately an hour now, and it's done just fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to transfer utility power back to our devices and cut the flow off from the generator, and we'll shut the generator down. So we'll go ahead and switch the utility power over. Now the generator no longer has load on it. We'll close this up, and we'll go back out to the generator and shut that down. The attic fan is spinning down. Okay. Now what I need to do is disconnect our electrical. Is that just like that? It's that kind of socket. And we'll stick it back in the gen set here. Place the camera down for time being. Just like that. Now what we'll do is we'll close it up. Oh, and before I get too far, let me shut our fuel valve off here. Once I find it. Fuel valve off. Now, we can close this.